Hello, here are the 7 questions of assignment on ellipse and hyperbola. I have sorted them too. Before we discuss the important points of these 7 questions, I just wanted to say something on a general note. Students, solving problems of any kind requires technique, but acquiring technique to solve quickly comes at the second step. And at the second step, it is acquired automatically. Primary step is to visualize the whole concept, for which we use derivation, plotting, and graphing on Desmos. Okay, so I gave you 7 problems and wanted you to examine your visuals. I went through your answer PDFs too. Few of you have done very good work. I'm very happy to see your analytical capability. The work is very original. Although there are some mistakes, but they are to be there at this step. But few of you have used the formulae that are not derived yet. So little disappointed there. See, so I'll be giving you more assignments, but I just want you to go through your visuals. Please don't use any shortcuts because this is real time to invest. Do spend enough time on questions to develop visuals and technique. So this is the first question here. Find the equation of ellipse whose focus is 1 minus 1 and equation of directrix is this and eccentricity is half. See, the question is very simple, but whenever you see any question, you must look for its specificness. Mean, is it the most general case or the most specific case or mm, specific, somewhat specific? You must analyze it just to develop the techniques at the second step. So here's the question. So the solution is here. See, you have been given the eccentricity, the focus, and the directrix. Okay, so this is very specific case. See, if this is your vertex here, means the point where you cut the conic. Okay, so you can cut the ellipse at different angles, no? At different angles, and for maybe the focus is same for all of them, but if you cut them at different angles, the directrices are gonna be different. So if directrix would not be given, then this question would have been a somewhat specific case, not the most specific. Okay, and if you would because with the focus minus 1 1 comma minus 1 and eccentricity half, just visualize you have been given a focus and eccentricity. At some focus you have to make uh, uh, an ellipse of eccentricity half. So it can be in any direction in the Cartesian plane, along y, along x, along any line passing through the origin. Means full 360 degree. In there are many lines on the full 360 degree rotations, infinitely many lines, and the ellipse can be along any of those axes, means the major axis of the ellipse. Okay, you please in the starting stage keep visualizing this. Is it the most specific or not? Because it will help you to visualize the things clearly. Coming over to the second question, ellipse and hyperbola has two vertices. Oh, this was the instruction. Find the equation of ellipse and ellipse, the distance between whose foci is 8 and directrices is 18. See, now see the question. The distance between the foci is 8 and the distance between the directrices is 18. Is it the specific case? Is it a specific ellipse on the Cartesian plane? Certainly not. So most of you, all of you have submitted me one equation. Okay, whereas the equations are these: first one, second one, this one, and many more. You all have done through, go through the solutions. You can pause the video and look at the solutions. But see, at the many, I've written 4 and I've written many more. What do I want to say through this many more? Please analyze that. Okay. Now coming over to your third question, find the equation of hyperbola whose foci is this, directress is this, and eccentricity is this. This is the specific case. Let's look at the solution. Here we have the solution. Here I've put this. So the important point of this is the application of distance formula between a point and a line. This is what you have learnt in these straight lines. Please do apply it properly. Coming over to the fourth question, find the equation of set of all points whose distances from this and whose distances from a foci are this. Okay, 2/3 of their distances. So this is also a simple question and somewhat depends upon calculations, but by looking at the 2/3, you must analyze this is the equation of ellipse and you must end up with that. Okay, and here's your solution. Coming over to the fifth one, if the distance between the foci of hyperbola is 16 and eccentricity is √2. Now again, just like your second question, this is not most general but not even most specific. Okay, so you should have, there are many equations possible. So let's have a look at the fifth one. So I have that's why I have written this, and there are many equations possible. So these are not complete because these are the equations whose center is at origin. There are many more, means you can minus h just like I did in the I suppose second question. I've written 4 and many more. So here also many more, but at least you must list these two. Okay, and with the center also you may write x minus h and all. Okay, so there are many possible. Keep on noticing at primary stage we must develop this visual. No, now your sixth question. First let's have a look. Find the center, eccentricity, foci and directrices of this. There is an equation given and you have to find out if this is the specific question, but there are some calculation things which we must discuss. Here if you see properly, carefully, 4x plus 4 whole square and 3y minus 6 whole square. Many of you have taken out 4 common and you just forgot it's 4x plus 4 whole square. If you take out 4 common, you're taking out from here. So 4 is also squared. So many of you missed it. So this is your calculation issue which I would like to discuss here. This is going to be 4 square which is 16 and this is 9. The second thing is here. If you look at the vertices of, if you look at the denominators here in this equation, you'll see 16 is greater than 9, which means the major axis, this is your hyperbola. That means the transverse axis is along x-axis. No, not 16. I'm very sorry, because this is the equation of hyperbola. We saw this, both the terms are of opposite sign and the negative sign is with this. That means your transverse axis is along x-axis. Okay, for ellipses we look at the 9 and 16, means which one is greater, and for hyperbola we look at the signs here. No, so transversus is x-axis, transverse axis is x-axis. So once you decide that, now all changes will come at the x coordinate for calculating vertices, foci and all. No, so this is how it's gonna be. Okay, so and one more thing, when you write the equation of conjugate axis and transverse axis, you must analyze conjugate. Transverse axis is the x-axis, so the equation is y equals to a format, because y is constant on the any line parallel to x-axis. No, and conjugate axis is not along but it's parallel to the y-axis. Okay, so the equation of y-axis is actually of the format x equals a. Now we have to find out the equation of directrices. See, this is the first assignment in which I have introduced directrices. No, so, and I didn't give you any general equations here, and I even did not ask you to find out the general equation, but many of you have used the general equation here. So this is the point which I'm talking about, that I was little disappointed here, because when you have been given a specific problem, no one goes and sort out the problem generally. Okay, when you have sorted out eccentricity, foci, axis, you have the numbers. So if you have to find out the equation of directrices, you'll try to do it with a common approach, no? Means let's play with the numbers. So so here even I did not use the formula. Okay, I just used my knowledge of straight lines, uh, visuals to sort it out. Okay, I have to find out the equation of line. So what all do I need? I just made use of that. Okay, we just go through that and you'll get to know. Again, to write down the, because these lines are directrices are parallel to y-axis. Okay, so writing the equations is very simple. Writing equations of lines which are parallel to any of the coordinate axes is very simple. We just want the uh, one point where it intersect the other coordinate axis. Means if it is parallel to y-axis, where does it intersect the x-axis? That is needed, no? So that's what I have calculated here. That was one approach, my one approach, when I chose not to use general formula. Okay, and then I found the coordinates, and then it was easy to write down the equation of directrices. Your seventh question was also somewhat sixth. Okay, and I gave you some equation and you have to find out the things. Here again, when you get the equation of this format, now because both the terms are positive, that means it's an ellipse. Now here I have to see which one is greater, and the major axis is along that. Okay, so in this question it's very important because many of you really don't bother about A and B. They just see which one is bigger, and just and keeping that visual in mind, they sort out their problems, which is very good. But while calculating everything, means every detail, you must keep in mind that all transitions will take place along y-axis. Okay, and when you are finding out the equation of latest rectum, it is 2b square over a, where b is the semi minor axis. So please don't take this as b. If you got it, means because the formula which you have derived, that you have derived by keeping semi minor axis as b, and that was along y axis. You took that, no? So so when you are deriving it, you must analyze which one is your semi minor axis. Here the semi minor axis is 3. Okay, so I have put these marks here. You may pause the videos and look at them. Okay, this is what I was talking about when you're writing latest rectum. So choose your b properly. So either appreciate your standard formula and go by that. Means do write your general formula in the beginning as I have written in this question, or if you sort them out by your own visuals. So make sure whatever you play, 2b square over a was the, oh sorry, I've written 5, it should be a first. So where b is the semi minor axis and a is the semi major axis. Okay, so do substitute for them only. Similarly for c over a. Okay, and this is the equation of directrices. This was all about it. At any point you have any query, so please message me up. Thank you.